that almost everything is unanswered. As soon as you can talk, you ask, why? Why is the sky blue? Why is air invisible? Why is Mommy's stomach growing so big? Why? Our parents answer some questions, others go unanswered. I could have picked any of those, but I was inspired by a close family friend that had gotten sick while vacationing in Thailand. When he landed at the airport, his lungs collapsed. He is now in hospital on life support, fighting for his life. I know him really well. He's a funny, smart, awesome 27-year-old. I wondered why. Why do bad things happen to good people? Then all these memories started to come back to me. My cousin, Shireen. She was so young and very beautiful. At 26, she was in the prime of her life. Like a typical girl, she was talking on the phone with her best friend about this party, about that guy, about her awesome outfit. She said goodbye, placed her hand on her forehead, and complained, "I have such a bad headache." That was the last thing she said as she collapsed onto the floor. I remember looking at her in the hospital, her heart still beating, her lungs seemed to be breathing, but her brain was gone. A blood vessel had ruptured in her brain, and in simple language, drowned her. As she lay there, I could have sworn she was glowing. Her long black hair flowing beside her, she was so beautiful that one hardly noticed the tubes in her mouth that were keeping her alive. I was naive and definitely scared. I still thought she had life in her. I told her that I love her. I miss her. At that moment, I wondered once again why bad things happen to good people. Later that night, the surgeons took her organs out. Even though I felt losing Shireen was a bad thing, out of this, good things happened to other people. Then it occurred to me, the reason that this remains an unanswered question is because of how we define bad and good. If I compare it to school, Shireen being alive was her being in school. When we leave school, our friends are sad because we may never see them again as we move on and graduate. But we are set free, free to grow, free to experience a new life. I knew then that when I asked why bad things happen to good people, like a butterfly that morphs out of a caterpillar, what seems bad may be a beautiful thing. Perhaps this was her moment to graduate, to be set free, to be even more beautiful, spread her wings, and fly. I remember a story my dad once told me. There once was a farmer who owned a horse. One day, the horse ran away. All the people in the town came to console the farmer because of his loss. "Oh, I don't know," said the farmer. "Maybe it's a bad thing, maybe it's not." A few days later, the horse returned to the farm, accompanied by 20 other wild horses. All the townspeople came to congratulate him. "Now you have a stable full of horses." "Oh, I don't know," said the farmer. "Maybe it's a good thing, maybe it's not." A few days later, the farmer's son was out riding one of the new horses. The horse got wild and threw him off, breaking the son's leg. All the townspeople came to console the farmer. "Oh, I don't know," said the farmer. "Maybe it's a bad thing, maybe it's not." A few days later, the government declared war, and all able-bodied young men had to go fight. They came to the town and took away hundreds of young men, except for the farmer's son who had a broken leg. "Now I know," said the farmer, "that it was a good thing my horse ran away." The point of the story is simple. Life is a series of events balanced with good and bad. It's up to us to accept these challenges and seek the good in all that. Thank you. Before I leave the stage, I would like Ms. Chung and Ms. Moore to come up and accept these tokens from me and Daniel, because they have supported us and practiced with us so much, and I would just like to thank them. So could you please come up?